Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and I realise this is a weird setup for my video to have a camera right in my face, but the goal here today is I'm just going to show you these little coin cases that you can use to protect your command tokens that are like this. And while I'm at it, because that would be a very probably short video, I'm also going to show you these little objective markers that I personally bought from a guy in the UK called Buy the Same Token. So I'll show you them a little bit closer up and what they're for, and then I'll show you the eBay links or whatever if you wanted to purchase them. Now this is obviously UK centric, but I'm fairly sure you can get the same kind of thing in the US. So let's have a close up here. So these tokens, for those of you wondering what the hell I'm talking about, you know, you've got, when you're playing Star Wars Legion, you have your token like this. You draw it from a random pool, or you get a core unit, you put it next to your unit, whatever you will. Some of us are a little bit worried that maybe they'll get damaged because they are only card. Now you could buy an acrylic token. There's no harm about that. But what happens if then you know that person stops selling those or what have you? You might not be able to get them. Some of us might want to keep our original tokens, but have them in like fairly decent condition. So these cards are these cases I'm fairly sure are 35mm, which are pretty much the exact right size. So they come in two parts. So this is one together. You just pop them open with a little like latch there, which I can't necessarily do because of the way I am on the camera. But there you go. You pop it open like this. I'll just show that one because I've already got one open. And then if you look here, there's one that goes into the other, and I generally like to put my card facing this way, well, my token facing that way. That way it'll go in easily, nothing gets damaged, and you're done. And I've done that on a couple already. It doesn't matter what faction it is, obviously they're all the same size, and you know, there's no tactile difference between any of them. Maybe a little bit of plastic here and there, but you know, I don't think anybody's going to be too bothered about that. And yeah, that's just going to be a nice simple way of protecting them, and they aren't very expensive. So let's actually look on here at them. You get 10 in the UK. They're 35mm, so that if any of you are wondering, maybe you can get them from a different source or something like that. They're 35mm, and you can get 10 for £2.42. Now, I think 10 is probably ample enough for just one faction. If you wanted to get two, I mean, there's a possibility of a cheaper option there. I just gone with these. I possibly didn't even search out the best deal. If you want to do that, more than fine. 10 for $2.42, fine. I think I bought at least 2 sets of them, maybe even 3. All well and good. I think it's just, if you're interested in a cheap way of protecting your tokens without necessarily buying acrylic tokens, this is definitely a way of doing that. So then the next thing I want to very briefly talk about is that's not the right one, is these little objective tokens. So in the UK, there's a guy I think who called Buy the Same Token, and you get 6 in a pack with this paper on and stuff like that. If this camera's a bit stuttery, then I do apologise. It's just the way I've got it set up. I'm not actually 100% sure why it's doing that. And it's got a base, and then you take the paper off and you slide it into that. So you get 6. Let me just put these away before they all fall out. And yeah, you just, as I said, it comes. It's got a little square thing in the at the bottom, and you slot it into that. Push it to the ground, and boom. The reason I like these, I'm very excited about what I might do with battle reports for these. Like, I think it's just going to be a bit easier to see. As for like how valid they are, like obviously you can't turn them over or anything like that, but the actual size here is the exact same size as the normal objective tokens, which I've not brought upstairs with me because they're actually downstairs at the minute, but I put them like side by side and they are exactly the same. Now these are a little bit more expensive. I think originally that was a guy in the US who came up with that idea. I think. I don't want to discredit Buy the Same Token, but either way, it's a great idea, and the shipping from the US to the UK is obviously quite high. So having somebody on this side of the Atlantic making it, well, I'm more than happy. Now he or she, they do a lot of different tokens and stuff like that. And even the objective markers can come in a lot of different colours. I think they see they've got 4 different colours. that's up to you. I went with red because I thought, oh, it's the most vibrant and the most likely to stand out for when we do possibly do a battle report. Now they are a little bit on the expensive side, like £12 plus shipping is obviously not necessarily the cheapest thing in the world, but they are obviously quite well made. But I'm happy with them. If you want to buy other tokens, obviously they do that. Just to confirm, I am in no way affiliated either with the coin cases and nor buy the same token. I've literally just spent my own money on these just to do a quick little video and to show you. So that's it. Like, if you're interested in protecting your original tokens, then these coin cases, 35mm, I can confirm are pretty damn decent. I will probably put mine in a bag instead of like having them stacked up, so the size, the extra depth doesn't really matter to me, but they are completely fine. I'm very happy with that as a purchase, very cheap as well. As for the objective markers, yes, I feel like that is going to look pretty decent on the battlefield when I do get it all set up with all my models painted and that kind of thing. Pretty happy with that. So it's just a little short video to show you those. I get a little bit weird when I do a really short video because I'm always like, is there enough content in there? But you know, if you clicked on it, then I've hopefully spoke about what you wanted to see. If there's any questions, then do let me know. I will put both links for the UK based sales from eBay in the link below. And but yeah, that's fine. Hopefully you thought this was reasonable. Okay, if you think I'm doing these videos and I should wait maybe for bigger content, then do let me know. I'm very aware that some videos that I do aren't necessarily like jam-packed. It's not like we've had a big revelation and everybody's excited. These are literally just me talking about coin cases and objective markers. So if you don't want to see that, then do let me know, because I'm doing it because I think people might be interested. If you're not, then don't dislike it. I mean, you can do, but I actually would rather you tell me. That would be fantastic. Other than that, guys, do like, subscribe, have a most beautiful day, and goodbye. Bye.